We're looking at a woman in Bengaluru, Charmika Nagalla, recently shared a striking commute story on LinkedIn. She booked a bike taxi and to her surprise, the rider turned out to be a full-time Infosys employee. He worked in the contract management team by the day and moonlighted as a rider in the mornings and weekends. Not out of financial need, but to stay active and productive rather than scrolling aimlessly through his phone. In another instance, Nagalla hopped onto a premium bike with a rider clad in top-tier biking gear. He too turned out to be a full-time professional, this time from a B2B event management firm. His reason? After long hours at work, he didn't want to ride home in silence, so therefore, he took this route. He wanted a bit of conversation, a slice of real-world connection. It says something about the emotional state of young professionals today in India's tech capital. The Bengaluru work culture is intense, fast-paced, high pressure, and often isolating. Deadlines dominate, screens become the only constant and maybe the only friend. But beneath that gloss of opportunity lies the silent epidemic of urban loneliness. It's not just a tech industry problem, it's a reality of modern city life, especially for those who've migrated far from their homes. They seem to be rather lonely, not wanting to speak about it, but finding ways to adapt to it.
What we've been seeing in the last few years is negative coping mechanisms. That means either people will go to a pub, a club, or drown themselves in alcohol, substances, or cigarettes, because that is a negative coping mechanism. Another negative coping mechanism has been fleeting relationships, one after the other. As we're seeing, there's a tremendous amount of dating going on, but not deep, meaningful relationships. And another third thing which you see a negative coping mechanism is the screen, where people are drowning themselves in the screen, whether it's their laptop screens or their phone screens. Go a little beyond that. We're looking at the social, compartment. We are also looking at the occupational health. We are looking at the intellectual health. We're looking at the emotional health. So if we are good in most of these, the physical health, of course, then we are going to be feeling a lot more wholesome. There is a new study which we were speaking about the other day, is that 45% of Indian women by 2030 are going to be single. So that shows that a lot of single population is going to come up. And that also shows that a lot of geriatric population after a point of time is going to be there. And that shows there's going to be a lot lesser, lesser fertility rate, lesser children.